just hold on to that thought. Question to Donald and Lucy. So here's the thing. I hear you've really quite brought up quite an interesting thought process. Here's my question. Again, I think this is a time that it's a bit quite relevant. I'm taken back to the time in Nehemiah, because I think the two ages whereby we are a bit quite related or quite kuna a bit of relationability ni ilikuwa time ya Amos na time ya Nehemiah. So something. My question here is, I think, let me go to just straight to the question. My question here is, during the time of Nehemiah, they're actually going on ahead to reconstruct the walls of Jerusalem, which were in ruins and all that. They were actually backing up to rebuild the whole Jerusalem city and all that. So Nehemiah went on ahead and said, I really liked the strategies, rather the policies that actually they put in place to actually go on ahead and execute the construction of Jerusalem. Something quite interesting. Alisema, I think that's for that camera. Alisema, what is it called? Alisema that, they first prayed. Then after they prayed, they set up around the clock, workforce to go on ahead and execute, whereby the priest was supposed to do this. These people from this community are supposed to do this. These people from this community are supposed to do this. So my question to Donnell and to Lucy is, from your standpoint, or rather from your viewpoint, where is the problem? Because it was good on paper. The applicability in a later issue, or something is going on wrong. What's really going on wrong? Because something key quite happened. Nehemiah, they strategized, they placed policies in place, and they were like, this and this policy has to be implemented here and here, and it worked in their time. Why is it not working in our
time? I think first it's because these individuals who are making the policies, I don't know, they're putting the individual interests first. That is one of the big problems. Because, now there's no balance between public interest and individual interest. Because now, if you look at the Shisha, when they were transitioning from NHIF to SHA, what happened? We used, was it 100 plus? It was billions of money to transition from NHIF to SHA. And what happened after they created this system for SHA and whatnot? It didn't work. After they've used billions. You can imagine you've used billions and shillings and a system is not working. And do you know what they had to do? No, they had to go back to the people who made the NHIF system. System, So if you think about 100 billion, if you're fail, let's be serious. If you're using billions of shillings, your system if you're failure. So first, I feel like people are serving individual interest instead of public interest. It seems minor, but it is what it is, that people are serving individual interests instead of public interest, So that is one of the big problems. So it's also not working. And also because of public participation. Our country is very funny. Because you can remember during the impeachment of the former deputy president, and there was public participation all over, because there's not been an impeachment of a deputy president in Kenya, let alone Africa. And you could just see from the public participation what side the people were on, but it still didn't matter because those public participation documents were already ticked. Before even the public participation was done. So people have been complaining about SHA and whatnot. And I remember yesterday I was going through X, and there was this child, a young kid, and she needed 1 million for her procedure. She died actually, and what did SHA pay? 23,600. only out of 1 million shillings. I think NHF was doing better than that. Also, I remember a certain neighbor around where I live, he has asthma, so he had an attack. And right now, hata sahi nikianguka hapa mkinipeleka hosi, kama siko registered, niko tu hapo kwa bench, ndako tu hapo napumulia hapo until you register me. That is what happened. Unapelekwa, but you are having an asthma attack, but you have to be registered, So I think that is public participation. And people are forgetting that the Constitution starts with the sovereignty of the people. Then the supremacy of the Constitution. So the people come first. So I feel like Kenyan people, we make our stance and we decide that this is what we want, but it still doesn't matter. So inakuwa ni kama public participation is just for the sake of, it's just for the sake, tumesikia but chonjo. But we are still doing this thing because people complain about SHA. Like, it's been a controversial thing from the word go. The same to the housing levy, because, yes, we understand you want to make policies and whatnot, but I've told you, I'm already renting a house. I do not need you to cut my money so that you can give me a house by force. I understand. I feel like it's very controversial because it's supposed to be about that the people are sovereign. Not sovereign means just like a king, the person with the most power in the land. We are the majority, and we give out our opinions, but it's just for the sake of, can we just take the Constitution seriously, for heaven's sake? Can we work, can we work according to Article 10 of the Constitution, or the national values and principles that people in leadership should work with, Can we just take this serious? Tuache tu kusema about the Constitution of 2010, we know the rights, we know it's Article 10, we know it's Article 26 on the right to life, but people don't care, That is why people are being abducted left, right, and center. There's no regard for the rule of law. And so until you respect the Constitution, until you respect the laws that are already there, we don't even need to make new ones.
Okay.
Yeah.